Hi guys! So today I want to tell you a Cinderella story. This is an orchid that I got some time ago, around a year and a half ago. I got it for £1 in the Tesco plant bins, the ones that, gonna be on the way out because the blooms are died off and maybe, I think it was like a last bloom left, so I knew that that's a spider orchid. But the plant looked awful and I don't know why. When I saw it, I was like, oh girl, I'm taking you home. So I got my £1 coin and yeah, so I took her home. The first half a year she was doing awful. She actually had a new side bulb that failed, rotted off. But this year she put out a beautiful new side bulb. As you can see, very nicely done, lovely leaves, and gave me such a beautiful flower spike. Absolutely fantastic. And then what I decided to do was to find her name. So I was standing here with a phone in my hand, just next to the bloom and trying to see and find which orchid it is, because I was like, it's a spider, so it's probably Brasidium, but I was like, which one? So at the end I managed to find the name. This is Brasidium Spider Star Toscana, and it's a hybrid. And yeah, my rule was, if I can find 3 blooms that look exactly like this, that means I can put the name to this orchid, which I did. And it actually looked so healthy that I decided to take this orchid and enter it in my first ever Orchid Society autumn show. I've never done an orchid show, so I was like, I don't know how that stuff works, but there you go. So we went on this trip to the orchid show. It was too early, almost got an accident on a motorway because somebody was doing silly stuff. And I had to more or less brake very hard. All my plants flew in the car, including this one, so I had to stop at the petrol station, do an emergency repotting because everything just flew. And the blooms were still absolutely fine and the spike was perfect, nothing broke off, which I was super happy about. This girl really wanted to fight. We got to the orchid show, I get the plants in and I realized this one doesn't have the name tag. I was like, where's the name tag? Oh God, and I don't remember the name from heart, and I was like, this is not going well. So what I did, there was a guy standing next to me, which was quite embarrassing. I was like, I don't remember the name. I got it from like £1 at Tesco, and he was like, well, if you don't know the orchid's name, the orchid is worthless. I was like, okay, whatever. I quickly ran to the car, I found the tag, got the tag, entered it in the show. So let's see how she did. So guys, this is how she did. She came first in her class and she got a cup for being the best of the Ancidia family, which is, oh my God, I cannot believe I won a cup. What happened, girl? What you did to yourself? This is a proper resurrection. But yeah, judges were saying that the leaves were perfect, the cedar bulbs were looking nice, and there just, in general, was nothing wrong with it. And in my book, she's just one sexy orchid. So there you go, that's my Cinderella story. And finally, when the Cinderella came home, Bandas decided to throw her a party to celebrate, because she's a real Cinderella. She came from being a £1 orchid that was about to be chucked out, and now she was the princess of the show. So there you go, that's my Cinderella with happy ending in her party. I think they will have way too much fertilizer tonight, so might have to use water tomorrow.